with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Real quick, pull your phones out, hop on your Instagram, follow your boy at Mr. TALIAFERRO. The love is greatly appreciated. We're at 5K. The goal is 10,000 followers by the end of April. Now, Gayle King has been in the news for all of the wrong reasons, in my opinion, over the last month or some change. We lost the great Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi Bryant, and 7 others on a tragic helicopter crash on January 26th. Right after, like less than a week after, Kobe literally wasn't laid to rest yet, literally. And Gayle King opted to do this interview with one of Kobe's friends, Lisa Leslie, in which the interview went south, in my opinion, when Gayle King decided to push her narrative, this is my opinion, on Lisa Leslie, and when she asked Lisa Leslie, would it be fair to bring up Kobe Bryant's sexual assault case from back in 2003? And not only did she ask that question, she went as far as to say, Lisa, but would you know about who Kobe was as a person since you only saw so much of him? My point was, if that was going to be your response, if you were going to end with, Lisa, you wouldn't know if Kobe was a changed person, or what Kobe did in his personal life, or had he changed, or what was the real character of Kobe Bryant. My point was, why even ask the question? It didn't make any sense to me. She called it journalistic integrity. I disagree wholeheartedly. I studied journalism with the best of them. I got my 4-year degree. In nowhere, and I know it says tell the story to the utmost, but in my world, you got to proceed with caution. You had every opportunity to interview Kobe Bryant the 15 to 17 years since his rape trial. Why are we doing this now? I didn't get it. Snoop Dogg was very upset, along with a lot of other people. Let's check out what Snoop Dogg said as he anchored the thoughts of a lot of people in this country following Gayle King's distasteful question to Lisa Leslie.
Gayle King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
Yeah, so as we all know, Gayle King's best friend is Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah did an interview following Snoop Dogg's comments, and she said her best friend Gayle King was not doing good. Let's fast forward to over the weekend. Gayle King opened up publicly for the first time, I believe, after this interview went south with Lisa Leslie about her friend, the late Kobe Bryant. And it still seems like Gayle King's playing the victim role. Here's what she told. Technically, she was supposed to be interviewing Oprah, but they flipped the conversation and they talked about the incident on Oprah Winfrey's 2020 Vision, Your Life in Focus tour in Denver, Colorado. Gayle said, I have moved on. Is there a scab? Yeah, but I have moved on. I put my game face and my big girl pants on because I never lost sight of who I was, what I believe in, and my intention. I never lost sight of that, but it certainly was a learning curve and it was very painful. She continued by saying, I think we can disagree politically, we can disagree socially if you want to, but I just think humanity should prevail always. I think we still have to figure out a way to navigate that with each other, that we can disagree and you can even be mad, but you can't speak to me that way I was spoken to and threatened. I don't know if she was specifically talking about Snoop Dogg, but he sure was a part of this conversation. So I will say this. Snoop Dogg has since apologized. He went on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith to say, look, I was just frustrated. My friend was gone. It was a helicopter crash. obviously we can't just go around blaming the pilot. He's not here either. So the person that got the vitriol was the person that was a part of a conversation that we didn't want to hear right now. Nobody wanted to talk about negativity in regards to Kobe Bryant less than a week or so after his passing. Snoop Dogg apologized. He's moved on. He's offered to talk to Gayle King privately if she wants to talk, or even publicly. He's offered that up if they need to have a conversation about the word he used. And I did not like him calling her a dog-faced bitch. I told y'all that. But I thought the sentiment was spot on. Everybody was like, Gayle, why are we doing this right now? And even in that interview with Oprah, I still feel the same way. Like, Gayle, it was never about you. Can we stop forming everything as journalists? Everybody's not a journalist. Because now they're playing a tough game here. You're telling me you're telling me the rules are off, right? Because part of having journalistic integrity is knowing the time and place. You're telling me that's what everyone wanted to know. I can't name one person who cared about Kobe and that rape trial right after his passing. Maybe months down the line, we can have the conversation of Kobe's sexual assault case in regard to his legacy. But I don't know one person who wanted, I'm talking male or female, who wanted to talk about that a week or so after he was killed in a tragic helicopter crash. I have not spoke to one person who wanted the answer to that question at that present time. Gayle, if you want to talk about being a journalist, well, Kobe's been doing interviews and press since he retired, since he was out of the game for like 3-4 years. If you really wanted to ask Kobe that question, he's put out books. He won an Oscar for a movie. He's been doing a plethora of interviews. As a matter of fact, a couple weeks before he passed away, Kobe was doing press with a lot of the young, or some of the older NBA players that are now retired and out of the league. He had just did an interview with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. You believe Gayle King of CBS couldn't get an interview with Kobe Bryant if she reached out and went through the correct protocols and procedures? If it really was about journalism, you had all the time in the world to ask Kobe Bryant the question about his sexual assault case, might I add, that got dismissed, might I add, but you waited until he passed. And if a male had asked this question, let's say I did that interview with Lisa Leslie, they would be calling me the P word, right? Because I didn't, and I'm not calling Gayle that, I'm just telling y'all how it is. Let's say I had that interview with Lisa Leslie. I would be called the P word because I had all the opportunity to ask that man that while he was here, but I waited until he was gone to bring up a negative spot in his life. Also, we've never even had the chance to talk about the person who was supposedly the victim in all of this, right? What do you think she wants her name brought back into the atmosphere, in this case, brought back to the forefront? Like, why would she want that right now as well? I don't believe Gayle King is doing her community justice by the way her and Oprah, and I'm gonna put Oprah in this too. I don't get it. I've looked up to Oprah in regards to, look, bruh, she come from nothing and she got rich off of straight grind. So I gotta respect it. I'm looking at Gayle. She's one of the top journalists on one of the top networks in the world. I gotta respect it, but I'm questioning how y'all moving nowadays. I don't get it. Gayle, you give that exclusive interview to your best friend Oprah. Like, no one cares that your best friend let you off the hook with strategic questions. I'm sorry, Gayle, you're a journalist. You know how this goes. If R. Kelly is in some trouble, R. Kelly got to come to your platform. Gayle, you don't think you owe the community, this same community that you're attacking back, saying you feel like they don't have the right to personally attack you? I'll give you that. You don't feel like you owe this community an interview with someone outside of your best friend? A Breakfast Club, hell, maybe even another network? You don't think you owe us that much? The only interview you're going to talk about is how you were in pain, how you've had to move on. It's a scab on your back. You get that to your best friend who's obviously in your favor, who obviously y'all talk about how close y'all been for over 30, 40 years? I'm lost still. Look, Snoop was wrong for calling her a dog-faced B. A lot of people in my comment section will say they don't even care about him doing that. I won't go that far. But was his intent wrong? Hell no. That was not journalistic integrity. Asking Lisa that a week after Kobe passed. And what happened from that? None of the answers you wanted happened. All you did was get clickbait to your platform, and now people negatively are looking at you as a black journalist in 2020. I'm out. I came from nothing. but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they tuned in.
We locked in right now,
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. Teleferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Teleferro TV.